Welcome into the LC Transfer Room. I'm Jack here today on this Monday, this lovely Monday, post Euros. The preseason's underway, and it's kind of officially the club season again. But I'm Jack, joined by Chedu, Curtis, and Chris. By my accent, I'm American. Chedu's from the Dominican Republic, but we have two very sad Englishmen below us. So Chedu, we're going to ignore you for now. Chris, are you sad? What are your emotions following that Euro defeat?
To quote Andy Tate, don't care. Don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care about England. I would have been happy if they won just for the country's morale, but
Kurt.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more disappointed than Chris. More so because I just wanted to, England were in a final. I wanted to watch that with my dad, and I wanted to be able to celebrate something with my dad. But it was not to be in the end. Hopefully there's another chance, but yeah, on to the next one.
Good to see you, Paul and Kiyomi.
Hello, Kiyomi. Hello, Paul.
Get your comments rolling in. This is going to be just a happy stream because we have people like Jacob.
Very happy.
About the Euros. Myself and Chedu, we're like, it's a Monday. It's kind of a nice day where I live. So
I was kind of rooting for Italy, I'm just going to say.
Yeah, I mean, a little happy.
A little bit.
But obviously the transfer rumors. Saul is the biggest one. We talked about this a bit this morning before we went on stream. In the comments, let us know your thoughts on Saul, 26-year-old Spaniard from Atletico Madrid. Could he be a good signing? Chedu, I'll defer over to you. Are you a Saul in, Saul guy? What do you feel?
Well, personally, I'm Saul in. I have a good friend. He's a big fan of Atleti. And, he's quite happy with the idea of Saul leaving. But apart from what the Atleti fans think, I think it's actually a quality player. Someone named him there goes Jack. Someone named him he was kind of like a Wijnaldum situation where he had like a dip in form last season, but realistically, not very true. Yeah, he didn't play as good as previous seasons, but I still think he's class. I mean, he's only 26. And seeing as how we could get him they won 50 million euros for him. A lot of other names being thrown, like you can buy this player, but I generally think that Saul will be pretty good fit in the team. And realistically, out of almost every single transfer rumor that has come up since Konate, Saul seems the most reliable, the one that's most likely to happen. Yeah, rip Jack.
yeah, I don't know how he's doing there.
he just left. There he is. He's back. We can see him there. There we go. You good, Jack?
I'm okay. Yeah, my computer was actually close to dying, so my computer was almost all right. Rest in peace. But I'm okay.
Happy days.
Yeah, Saul in. Think it would be a fantastic addition for maybe a little bit too much money. They want 50 million, but I mean, I'd pay it for Saul.
Chris, 50 million for Saul. Too much? Good price? Bargain,
in my opinion. Absolute bargain. As Jack said, transfer market value 2 years ago, 90 million euros. You don't just become a bad or a good player overnight. Lots of people saying, I have this shirt on. Lots of people will see that Messi will be one of the best players of all time just because he's won an international tournament now. But no, he always was and he always will be. Doesn't matter how good. You don't just click and become bad. Saul has got all the attributes that we need to replace Gini Wijnaldum. I mean, he's not the same player, but he'd be really, really good, hard-working, got a bit of creativity, even though his numbers aren't great. But he's got everything that we will need for Wijnaldum's replacement and for a contribution that will provide something different in our midfield.
Yeah, so I think the general consensus is he's not quite as not negative, but do the dirty work in the midfield, which is what Klopp needs him to do. He's not going to need to create a ton of goals in the midfield.
Well, I'd like to point out, I forgot. Saul was the one who scored the winning goal against us in the first game of the Champions League.
Yeah,
there you go.
I have not seen if we've had a bid rejected.
Rumors are that we did make a 40 million bid, and that they rejected it because they are looking for 50. Those are the rumors. I don't know how truthful that is, but again, so many people reporting it.
Yeah.
The quantity of people reporting does not mean that it's true, but there have been some quite reliable sources that have been talking about us moving in for Saul. So wouldn't be surprised if it is real if we did make the bid. But they want 50 million. So yeah, that's about as much as we know.
And then Kurt, you're muted, but I'm wondering your thoughts on the big old Saul.
Yeah, with Saul, I think he's a player, like you boys have mentioned, that will do the dirty work. He's retaining possession and sort of the tackling and defensive contribution of the game is where he excels. Oddly enough, despite scoring in that first leg of in the Champions League, his finishing is one of the weak points that people have mentioned about him. So I think in terms of a Wijnaldum replacement, it makes sense to come into the midfield and be a part of that engine room and sort of transitioning us from defense to attack. The money side of things, I think that's where we might struggle to make an agreement. I think in the past we've seen, again, our owners aren't keen on that sort of consistent big money signings. So I don't know. I'd like it to happen, but the longer it goes on, it's one of those where I fear it might not.
It's almost a case of if there's too much reporting on it, it's not going to happen because you know how we do like to operate in discreet.
I mean, yeah, it's happened before where at times it seems like we're gonna buy a player, but it's actually just a smokescreen for a different signing. Could this mean that we're gonna get I don't know, Renato Sanchez or something? Yeah. Who knows? But then again, same with the price thing. 50 million, always a big number for FSG. Yeah. Of course, we got the big Michael Edwards who can cook something up, some sort of a special deal with installments and add-ons that can actually make it to 50 and then get him to come over to us. But I think it's the kind of deal of if we actually bid 40 million, we are going to get him. I think, again, Michael Edwards can cook something up and actually make it happen. Yeah. Now the question is, would you start him over Henderson? Because let's be honest, Fabinho and Thiago are our best midfielders. Would you start Saul over Henderson? I was
going to say just that. What is the first choice midfield if Saul is brought in? Is it Thiago, Fabinho, Saul? Henderson, we're still off the back of should he start over midfield?
Right. Rest in peace. Oh, he's back. He's back. There we go.
My back.
Listen. Yeah, this is what I will say about this. Okay, there is no first choice midfield. People will like to say this is our best 11. There's different best 11s for different games. So if we're talking, say, for a Champions League final, I would probably say no. I want Jordan Henderson playing every day of the week. But then, say like a home game against Bournemouth or something, I would say, I want Naby Keita playing or Oxlade-Chamberlain. But it's a very, very, very difficult thing to say. Would you start X player over X player if they are both very, very good players? If that makes sense.
Look at the Man City midfield. They don't really have a first choice midfield. They just have a couple players.
They don't have a first choice.
They have oil money. I mean, they have three first teams. Different. Exactly.
I think Saul or Renato Sanchez. So Renato, I think, is cheaper, younger, but not as good as Saul. I don't think he's ever reached the levels of Saul. Which one? If you had to make the choice, I mean, we are not signing both Sanchez and Saul. Let's not kid ourselves. It is one or the other. Based on all those factors, current talent, age, price point, which one are you guys taking?
I'd still take Saul. Honestly, it is a tough one. I'll be honest. But I don't know, Renato. I'm still on the fence about Renato. Yes, he had a fantastic Euros. He did well with Lille to win the Farmers League.
Is that the official
title? You are a walking football Twitter account. Honestly.
What can I say? I mean, I love it and I hate it.
He says in our private chat is Vinicius smells. I'm just going to out him like that.
It's just constant.
He's not exactly the beacon of footballing knowledge. I love you, Chetty.
No, listen. I have the most amount of knowledge out of everyone here. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna remove you.
Probably not, but
I will remove you from the stream. I will remove you.
I said probably not afterwards. Relax, Jack. But no, still, I'm still on the fence about Renato. I mean, his past of, he did really well, then faded off a little bit, and then came back. It has me a little bit scared of what's gonna happen, but
It's a
Saul
market mentality, though. Market mentality. Liverpool was starting off really well, and then obviously lost in Kiev, and then came back. Maybe Klopp will be admiring of that.
It is true, and you think looking at how we've made business before, Renato would be probably the more likely one. Seeing again, he's not really. He is a great player, but in the standards, he's not great. Kind of player that would come in and club would turn him into a superstar.
Great, but he's not great.
Exactly. It's like a gray middle ground.
He's not established.
Exactly. He's not established.
So
Exactly.
we have Saul for Chedu, Chris. You've kind of given a devil's advocate for Sanchez. Are you preferring Sanchez?
I'm Saul. I'm Saul every day. I think he'd be a really, really good addition to any side in Europe, actually.
Very distinct. Kurt.
Yeah, I think Saul in over Renato. I think he has that experience as well at playing sort of at the top level in the top competitions consistently, and that coming into an already established midfield only can be a good thing. I think one other area we need to focus on, though, is the entire front three of starting to get on a little bit in terms of age, as well as players look after themselves these days. You can't keep playing at the top level forever, especially in a Jurgen Klopp team with so much pressing and running. So do you think maybe we need to be focusing on looking to the future in that department?
That was going to be my segue right there was, should we be looking elsewhere in midfield, a cheaper option to try and get some up front?
Rumors are that we are interested in not one, but two very special Italian players in Chiesa and Berardi. Both, of course, just won the Euros. The funny thing is, I actually was reading the rumors, and apparently we'd only sign Berardi if Salah leaves. No chance. So I think we can throw that one out of the window.
That's 100% what would happen. We would 100% sign Berardi to replace Salah. That's exactly what we would do. 100%.
And that's the problem. Salah's not leaving. So, on the other hand, Chiesa, fantastic talent. I genuinely hadn't seen how good he was until the Euros. I had never seen him play before, I'll be honest. But the big problem is, although Juventus does need the money, they consider him untouchable. So it's most likely not going to happen. So I think those two.
He actually isn't owned by Juventus.
He isn't by Fiorentina.
And he has to be bought by Juventus before he becomes a Juve player. So
yeah, but it's essentially going to happen. I'm pretty sure they're just going to buy him, and then after that, they don't plan on selling him, at least for a good while. I think they see him as the future of Juventus, and fairly so with the amount of talent he has. But those two, I think, are out of our grasp.
Yeah, I would have, after watching Chiesa on the biggest stage, would have been unreal to get him, but.
I mean, apparently
into Euro syndrome, though, boys. Don't fall into major tournament syndrome.
That's also true. But apparently we were interested in him before when he was in Fiorentina. Apparently Klopp had his eye on him. Nothing ever happened, but that's a little interesting fact right there.
Yeah, and the fact that he's just played brilliantly in the Euros, scored in the semi-final, has boosted his price by probably 30 or 40 million pounds. Yeah. So it would be an utterly ridiculous time to sign him, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think Juve are probably the most angry side watching that performance, because they probably were like, "Oh, great, we're going to be able to get this guy. He wants to join us." But now Fiorentina are like, "Look, I mean, everyone in Europe wants this dude now, so pay up or not." Yeah. So 50 million. If that is the price, 43 million pounds, that's getting near the Tielemans range. So another comparison in midfield: Tielemans or Saul. Chris, you were Tielemans' biggest fan not too long ago.
I am, but it's not near the Tielemans range. Tielemans, you have to add 30, 40 million on for me. Yeah. Leicester are richer than. I
mean, what are reports saying for him? Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was around that range. Last time I checked the rumors of the prices for Tielemans.
I think the thing with Leicester is they're becoming rivals now at this point. Their development is insane. They're really starting to push up the table from where they were. And they will slap an extra 20, 30 million on simply because they're so close to us now.
Yeah, so they also have European football, so they're not a tin pot side. They've got real appeal to players for development, for success. I mean, they haven't won trophies since the Premier League.
Can we just say
they
just won the FA Cup?
They just won the FA Cup.
They sold Harry Maguire for £80 million.
I know. That's why I'm worried.
Yuri Tielemans would be more in than that.
So according to reports, Liverpool won off for £55 million. And of course, reports are that Tielemans knows about the interest, that Tielemans wants the move to Liverpool. And if that is the case, first of all, I do agree that 55 million for a team like Leicester is it's not it. They're gonna want more, and I think it's the kind of money that FSG are never going to put up for a player like Tielemans or just a player in general. I think the only exceptions were Alisson and Van Dijk, where they've actually put big money. But
Naby Keita.
I don't know about that transfer. I don't know what you're talking about. But essentially, Tielemans, I think price-wise is a little bit out of our range. I would take him over Saul. I 100% would.
Look.
So like if we have the chance to actually sign him, I would definitely go for him. But looking at the price, it just doesn't seem reasonable for a team like us.
Chaddo's just looking at the potential for FIFA career mode.
He literally is. He looks at.
I literally just said Saul over Renato. If that's the case, man, come on.
Saul's pretty good in FIFA, isn't he? I haven't played this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. He can become really good.
Yeah. So you're on, what is it? I haven't played FIFA in so long. I forget what that website is. It tells you their potential. You're just going on that. And
Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah. We talked about the front three earlier, didn't we? I think that's something to cover, because someone's just signed a new contract recently. We covered it in the last stream.
Yes, sir. Harvey Elliott, new contract for the young lad. Very exciting. I think he is potentially going to take the number 7 shirt. He's going to be around this season, very likely.
No, that entire rumor of him changing his username to 7, meaning that he's going to take Milner's. No, that's not true. That's not true. He's keeping.
Milner's literally right there.
Exactly. Listen, Milner is. I think Harvey Elliott is gonna retire before Milner leaves Liverpool. So honestly, don't expect him to have the number 7 for a while.
No.
Yeah, I think Minamino is another interesting one, actually.
Yeah,
Chris,
I was gonna say that.
Your thoughts on Minamino?
Me?
Yeah, you. Aren't you Minamino's biggest fan?
I love Taki. Why would he go? What? I think, and why would Jurgen sell him? They deliberately loaned him to Southampton without a buying clause because they wanted him to get some games and return to act as cover. He's better than Origi. He offers us something more. I think he's better than everyone's better than Origi, but he's better than Origi. And I think him, Elliott, Shaq. Why would we sell him? Like, we need the cover, especially with the AFCON coming up in January. They're 100% needed.
You know what? Looking at our side, again, our financial side of things, I think we're going to keep him this season because, again, you said it yourself, the AFCON, that's definitely going to be big. We're going to need attackers for that. But I can see him gone next season, honestly.
Look, let me. AFCON, I think, is the most overstated issue in a season. There will
it's not.
Premier League match that they will miss. 2. You do not make big money signings or decisions based on 2 matches where you will have 2.
But also, don't forget, Salah, Mane, and Firmino. We've been very lucky with them not getting injured before. Yes, they're very, very fit players. I don't think we've seen Salah injured at all for Liverpool. I don't even remember him ever missing a game for injury reasons. They might just feel it, It's a bit like when we left centre back cover last season to Fabinho being the 4th choice. I think we just need to be a little bit more cautious, and keeping Taki would be the cheapest way of covering them. Yes. And AFCON, I mean, just look at 16-17 AFCON. When Mane left, we went from 2nd to 6th, and we managed to scrape to 4th. But yeah, it is a big.
What were our backups then? Now we're gonna have
Origi.
That was 17 Origi, which is even worse than this version of Origi somehow.
I mean, I generally think that after the new contract, I generally think that Harvey is gonna stay. Reports are that Liverpool don't want to loan him out; that they want to keep him. If that's the case, I mean, let's be honest. I'd put Harvey Elliott over Minamino on the pecking order. And again, listen, not to hate on Minamino. I love Taki. It may not seem like it, but I love Taki. But let's be honest, he was brought in for the Japanese market. That's how it is.
No, it was a
very
cheap
bold claim.
good. He's a flex. He's very versatile. He's a good option. Here's what I would see. I would see Shaqiri leaving, and either a Malin or
And honestly,
Vlahovic. Malin is one that
honestly with Shaq, after he had a great Euro. So let's be honest, that definitely bumped up his price. He wants to leave. Apparently, he wants to leave. He wants game time. I think he deserves that game time. I think he's a fantastic player, but we can't offer him that game time. So a good offer comes in for him. I'd sell. I genuinely sell.
Yeah.
I mean, every player has that, doesn't they? Except for maybe a few. But every single player has. If a club comes in with enough money, we're going to sell them. I mean, how many players are genuinely untouchable on the side? Not a ton.
Probably. I'd say Verge, Salah, Alisson, Trent, Henderson.
Maybe Robertson.
Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson.
Because you're just not going to get any better. So why would you?
Exactly. Yeah. Where would you go from Robertson?
Nuno Mendes.
No. God. Chedu. Lay off.
For the future.
I think we have to kill this rumor because he's going to Dortmund. Like, he's 100% going to Dortmund.
It's a shame.
I mean, it's a shame, but he is going to Dortmund. I can't see him coming to us. Of course, the rumors were stronger for us before Jadon Sancho got sold, and now it just looks dead on that he's just gonna move to Dortmund.
And I know those who must not be named aren't here, but big strikers do not work at Liverpool. Can we just get that clear? All right, it doesn't work. Can we not ever go for a big striker ever, please? Thank you.
When did a false nine work at Liverpool before Firmino?
Well, I mean,
did one work?
Yeah.
Just because it hasn't worked in the past.
But I don't think we used it very often before. Whereas big strikers at Liverpool, I mean, Crouch is probably the most successful in terms of recent years.
He's only 6'3". He's not some lanky.
He's a target man, though. He's a target man. Target men don't work.
No. By the way, I was looking at. There will be a video on the LSU transfer room. Go subscribe on YouTube. There will be a video either today or tomorrow on Saul about his stats, how he compares other players. His best percentile stat in Euro top 5 big leagues. Guess what it is?
Here we go.
It's throw-ins taken per 90. With 1.07 is in the 97th percentile. So we have a good guy for throw-ins and so.
I love that.
Excellent. There we go. Sign him up.
97th percentile.
This is an interesting one. Not much, really. You wouldn't expect it, would you? But to be fair, it is the time of year where everyone would be like, oh, guys, Milner's won the preseason tests. Let's go.
Hey. I mean, let's be honest. If we're talking about our midfielders, Milner is definitely the best one. I don't know why he doesn't start every week. That's just me, though.
Maybe because he's 75 years old.
And he's still the best player we have on the team.
Yeah, Milner is a locker room presence, a backup or third choice left back.
I genuinely think that, like, on a serious note, I genuinely think he's a lot better than people actually think he is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No one thinks he's bad. No one.
I know, but it's people think he's average, but I genuinely think he's pretty good.
It was such a clever move to get him in when we did. Like, it just made sense, so much sense to have an experienced head come in. We had quite a few sort of younger lads there at the time that have then matured into the players they are now. And I think he's a big reason as to why we've done so well. You know, that experience is so important.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I think I want to loop back to a comment earlier. I think this is what we've started doing. Jota was around 24 when we signed him. Konate is a bit younger than that. But I think the reason why I almost prefer Sanchez slightly to Saul is that he's not at his prime yet. He's still 3-4 years out from that. So when your Hendersons, your Thiagos are actually coming out of the squad, he's going to be having his apex. So I think that this is what I'd be interested in is players just on the verge of their breakout. So Sanchez isn't quite that player. I think he's already had his big break in terms of when he was originally in the Portuguese league. So he's not a non-household name. But so Elliott, let's look back to that real quick. Are we for him getting a Premier League loan or getting game time here at Liverpool?
Stay at Liverpool. Stay with us. You know, that again, it's similar with how I think Milner came in and was a role model. You've got role models already at the club now for Elliott in his position. So to learn the trades that way is going to be amazing for his development.
You know what? I was about to say loan him out, but Curtis just inspired me to change my opinion. Let's keep him.
The thing that points to me is I compare Harry Wilson and Curtis Jones. Everyone was saying we should loan Curtis Jones out last season.
True.
And we didn't. And do you know why that is? Because he was, he's got the role models there. He's got Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner. Adam Lallana before that as well.
True.
Just role models there that you can learn from. Trent Alexander-Arnold, had a brilliant role model in Nathaniel Klein in the way that he played for Liverpool, as well as obviously the Hendos of Milners of this world, how to act professionally. Harvey Elliott, at that age, I think you couldn't arguably you wouldn't have any better people to learn from in the world than Mo Salah and Sadio Mane.
Just Messi.
But even then, like in terms of the way the Liverpool play,
well, in that case, yeah.
Like, and as well as obviously again the Hendersons, the Milners, how to be professional. He's had a few ricks in the past of his behaviour, and that won't happen anymore. That won't happen anymore though. With those players around him, Thiago as well is another one. Thumbs up for him. But yeah, I think why would you loan? And I think with the best players, they don't get loaned out, especially at Liverpool. Harry Wilson was loaned out, and look at his career; it's petered. He's petered, and he's almost standing still.
Yeah. Just think, he's come to Liverpool and he's changed his haircut already, so it's already starting to have a good influence on him.
That's very true.
Yeah.
God, that his old hairstyle just wasn't it. It just wasn't it.
It's
Another hairstyle changed. Trent, after getting bullied by Henderson and Robertson, he decided to change it back.
Nice.
It was shocking though, wasn't it?
It wasn't good.
He tried it and it didn't work.
I props for trying it. It just doesn't work.
Shadow, I would love to see a video on the channel of you tier listing Liverpool players' haircuts.
Oh, you know what? I'll do that. I'll make it happen.
Great,
I'll make it happen.
Mushalovsky, another one, not quite at the level of Harvey Elliott yet.
No.
High potential. I don't think he's going to go out on loan unless I'm mistaken on that.
No, it doesn't seem to be happening. I think it's still going to stay with the under-23s. Play a little bit more there. If the opportunity of a loan comes, I'd say do it. Send them to get first-team football at any professional league. I think would be good. But yeah, he's not at the level of like Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott to be on the first team. But his potential is sky high.
The Polish Messi, isn't he? Something like that. It's because he's left-footed, not too tall, and just Messi, basically.
Just you wait a few years' time. Jota, Musialowski, and Harvey Elliott all together.
That was what I wanted.
Big Verge is back.
Oh, so happy.
Few days
Doesn't
back,
it just make you so happy?
Few days back,
It really does.
Chris and Kurt did a first match of the season prediction. That's on Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram and read through some of the replies there. Very rational, very reasonable. Listens to the opinions of others. It was a very good discourse on Instagram.
Why don't we? Also, I think we should do this every week. Do some sort of lineup and then post it on Instagram and see how much views we get.
Look,
that's a great idea.
I think the general admins will hate us because just the YouTube guys are just going to get all this cyberbullying.
This interaction, though. We love the interaction.
True.
We love
character building at the end of the day.
Clicks are clicks.
That is true. But Virgil van Dijk, I mean, a dumb question would be, how important is he for Liverpool? But
No, I wouldn't start him over. Probably would put Nat Phillips.
Nat Phillips
and Konate are.
Can we clip this, please? Nat Phillips is better than Virgil van Dijk. He has a greater influence on the game. You just have to look at last season. Red or Deadla.
What did Virgil do last season? Nothing. What did Nat Phillips do last season? Got us top 4. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Van Dijk conceded 3 to Leeds, conceded 7 to Aston Villa, and then he couldn't handle a tackle from Jordan Pickford. I mean,
dinosaur man himself.
Mate, by the way,
starting to hurt
now. I want that clipped and posted on the Instagram, please.
God, the Instagram is just going to be our breeding ground for bad takes. The Twitter is everything, and the YouTube is hopefully our good side, I guess.
Hopefully.
Go follow us everywhere. And as Zach says, all interaction is good interaction. So interact with us. Also in the comments in this stream, are there transfers you want to see? any rumors we haven't talked about yet? Are there any rumors we haven't talked about yet? From the
Yes.
Wolves this week?
Yes, we haven't talked about Traore yet.
What's all that?
Traore, apparently Liverpool made a verbal bid for him. Told Wolves that Liverpool
verbal bid.
Chedu,
Yep,
Hello, I'd like to give you money.
Chedu,
No,
I think
so
you need to lay off-
Liverpool here. Listen, see. Liverpool informed Wolves that they're keen to sign Adama Traore with a verbal offer made, saying that they're willing to pay up to 25 million euros. Yeah, euros. No, pounds. Sorry, pounds. 25
I'm
million
making
pounds.
a verbal statement to Chedu that you need to stop saying apparently and then just say a rumor that you just completely have no slightest.
To be fair, it is true. I have seen it as well.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
But it's in English papers, so we guarantee it's not true.
But hey, at least I'm not wrong about it.
Conceptually, I would 100% do it. If,
100%.
If it came up for that price, why not?
Imagine what Klopp could turn Adama Traore. Oh my god.
Oh god, scary.
No, you're teasing me. You're teasing me.
Naughty.
Oh, it would be saucy though, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely saucy to get Traore as a backup. Imagine bringing him on in the last 10 minutes, boys.
So what position would he play? Would he be forward, a midfielder, or a right back?
Forward. Right back.
He plays as a
That
wing back
pace.
for the Wolves.
I know he had done, yeah, but nah. I'd rather have Ox right back.
Oh god.
Ox can play right back, centre mid,
No.
What about bringing back Conor Randall?
Those are in the quiz, bro. The quiz.
Hey, go subscribe. The quiz coming up, a 1K subscriber special. Chris has been working hard on editing that. We did a great recording. It was a very entertaining video. That'll be on the channel hopefully towards the end of this week.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see the end product on that. You see, Zach says can't teach end product for Traore. Well, we know end product. We know how to make some bangers on the YouTube. So go subscribe to the YouTube. Hey, that's how I feel exactly, Black Hammer. This preseason content, like we're back, baby. Like we're going for number 20. We are going for number 20 this season.
It's happening. 20 times. We're going for you, United.
Hey, last time we had Norwich as our first game, what happened? That's all I'm going to say.
Got injured.
Alisson got injured too. What?
Timu Pukki scored.
Yeah,
True.
Timu Pukki.
True.
Pukki pie.
What a man. By the way, right, boys, conceptually, right, if it happened, Timu Pukki to Liverpool.
Better than Origi. So
Would he?
I'm not sure that he is.
I don't know.
I'm very sure that he is.
I think Origi at Norwich would get more goals than Timu Pukki. I think he would.
No.
The issue is, as a striker, right? If you're not playing week in, week out, it's so hard to take the few opportunities you get because there's so few of them. And Pukki's very good. Like he's not I don't think he was technically brilliant, but as Leon says, he's got great movement.
Good finisher.
I think he's a good finisher. Yeah, he's not but he's not going to be, I don't know, dazzling like Firmino with his teeth and his elegance.
No one's like Firmino. That's the thing.
No, yeah, that's true.
Firmino's different gravy.
What do you mean? Oxlade-Chamberlain can be.
Chris, stop.
It's happening. I'm going to speak it into existence.
No.
I'm speaking it into existence.
Oxlade-Chamberlain I am not going to take that. No.
Look, I think Ox is a false nine. The more I think about it, the more I'm like,
Jack, stop it. No, don't let him influence you.
It could make sense, couldn't it, Jack?
Oh, Lord.
Boys, listen, he's got a rocket of a shot on him. He's rapid.
I am not going to accept that.
He's got great pressing. I mean, come on.
So something that was talked about was Naby Keita and the fate of the number 8 shirt. I talked a bit with Maddie about this. Naby Keita. I know that it's the debate has kind of simpled down to if we get a bid, we'll probably sell him because we could use the money, and he hasn't really
shown up.
He hasn't really shown up for Liverpool. But the number 8 shirt, this was something that Maddie mentioned, given it to Curtis Jones.
Of course he did.
I think that's the obvious answer. I think the only one that should take the number 8 after Naby is Curtis.
But Saul just, if he signs,
No, I wouldn't give it to him.
And Atletico.
I wouldn't give it to him.
But Curtis doesn't play.
So neither does Naby. Neither does Naby.
That's true, actually.
Where are you going with this?
And neither are
Milner has the number 7. Milner doesn't start either.
Yeah, but he actually has the pedigree. He's available, 100%, but he doesn't play because he's just not preferred by Klopp. 8 would be Saul or Curtis Jones.
Curtis, any day. I'm with Maddie here. Maddie, if you're watching, Chris, stop it.
The 15 is good for Ox, actually. I like him.
Yeah. I think the 15 suits him.
Yeah.
That's on the comments.
Or maybe give Thiago number 8, and then if we gave a centre back, give him number 6 or something.
Oh, Henderson, the number 8 from
No,
Dan. I don't know,
14.
I don't know
14 is iconic.
14 is legendary.
It is. Oh, nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
Gotta have the captain on the back. I think he has to keep the 14 until he retires.
I think the 14
that's his number.
Is his number.
Then we retire that number 14.
No, we don't. No.
Yes, we do.
No.
Alongside the number 7 for James Milner.
Look, Curtis does play, but I don't understand how you can.
He's the future of Liverpool, man.
This is what Maddie said. Give Saul the 17, give Curtis the 8.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Curtis is following Gerrard's footsteps. 17.
Look,
Don't
8.
say that. He's not Gerrard.
That's a lot of pressure.
He's going to be better than Gerrard.
Doesn't-
He's going to be the best midfielder to ever play the game.
Okay.
It's just how it is.
Okay,
And Jack just had to leave.
Why don't we give it to Nico Williams?
No. He's on his way out.
What happens
Not
with these
Philip.
streams when we pass past 30 minutes? Like we just descend into waffle. Like we lose all sense of logic. Yeah, this is hard. Jones, no,
That's wrong. That's wrong.
No.
Nah.
You taking Jota off the 20?
Yeah,
Number
and Simicast.
21.
Don't disrespect
Oh wait,
Simicast.
right. Simicast 21.
Yeah. Hey, Jota 7, Saul 20. I don't know. I'm going with this.
Where are you going with this?
Right.
Curtis 8.
Nico Williams 6, Thiago 8. Everything's sorted. There we go.
Could Thiago wear the 8?
No.
Yes.
His number is the 6.
I think he's more of a not more of a 6 the way he plays, but I think he just
He suits the number 6, but
I think
the way he
he's a
plays is
7.
not.
He's a 7. He's a vibes.
is Curtis Jones more saucy than Joe?
Yes.
Why is
Correct.
this a question?
Curtis Jones is
What a
like,
question.
if you take like prime Gerrard, prime Xavi, and then prime Lampard, you combine all 3 of them.
Yeah, I think that's about right, Jack.
Wow. Okay, Jack. I see. Listen, Curtis Jones will be great.
Here at LSE Transfer, you actually do get some good analysis. You do
At
get
times.
some good vibes, but you also get this.
Very true.
This shirt debate, honestly. I think it is a bit dangerous though, trying to follow in the footsteps of Gerrard. Like he's not the same player as Gerrard. I don't think he's saucier, but he's going to play further up the field than Gerrard did.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be more support.
Gerrard did provide a lot of sauce.
He did. Gerrard, I think, was underrated in terms of his creativity and his like elegance in the way he played. It's just because he had to do all the dirty work. Because
90.
yeah, sauce per 90. Like we mentioned in the quiz, there are some really good stats nowadays.
Expected vibes from Gerrard are underrated. To be fair, he's in a good percentile.
They are honestly. Yeah, I think. I completely lost my train of thought. Someone talk. I completely lost what I was going to say.
Oh, I can talk all I want if you want.
Chet, I'm going to remove you. I'm going to remove you.
I won't say anything then.
Nah. I think that's a good. Let's talk about the away kit, guys. Let's talk about the away kit.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful. I think. Listen, I was looking through like the Instagram, and all comments are like, Man United fans, Man City fans, Arsenal, like all type of fans are saying, not gonna lie, this is fire. I think it's one of the best kits we've released in a while. It's just gorgeous. I gotta get it. I was actually gonna get it the day it came out. Sold out right away. So yeah.
And you know what? That's actually an underrated point made by Chedu right there. That that kit selling so well, we get percentage of sales. We don't just get a flat sum. So if we sell more kits, we get more money. So if you took less up front for a percentage of the kit sales, which could, if you go buy an actual legitimate kit instead of one from a very sus website that might give you a virus both when you have the kit on and on your computer. If you buy it from legit, and you know what, Zach, you might make me say it. Hey, we all go buy a kit. We all get the Liverpool gets the percentage kick. I'm just saying.
Or is it going to mean that Linda Henry's getting a new yacht?
Oh, good point.
True. Yeah. I don't even like this mentality. They don't take money out of the club.
Linda's getting a yacht. We all know it's happening.
I mean, listen, guys. I'm just gonna put it out there. Real Madrid do have Mane as the second option if they don't get Mbappe. So we can just take that money, take the kit money, and start a GoFundMe for the rest of the money, and then get Mbappe.
To be fair, right? If we can raise £25,000 for a crying girl, we can certainly raise 200 million for an Mbappe.
100%.
Easy.
So
anyway,
moving on.
I actually have a question. So Mbappe has 1 year left on his contract. Mbappe with 1 year on his contract, is he worth more than Mane with several years on his contract?
Yes.
But is it as significant as it may have been had he had more money? I mean, that's a dumb question, but is it going to be so unrealistic that Mane out, Mbappe in is un?
Oh no, it's not unrealistic at all. I'd say I don't think the difference is as great as it is if Mbappe had more time. I mean, if Mbappe had like a few more years, it would 100% be like 250 around that price. That's probably what they would go for. Right now, I think under 150 million would be acceptable for them. But then again, we go to what the PSG president said, which was, we're not selling Mbappe and he's not leaving on a free.
Everyone says that, don't they?
But exactly, everyone said. I don't think. I don't know.
Technically, Lionel Messi's a free agent.
Yeah.
True. We can go for him instead. We can just go for him.
Hey, I don't think we
have him
pay,
as Salah's number 2.
$1 million a week, though, are we?
That's crazy. His wages he
Good
gets
point.
are unreal. Like he makes bank at Barcelona.
But the thing is, right? Why would La Liga? And this is a completely separate non-Liverpool debate. So if you want to leave, you can. But why would La Liga not let Barcelona have Messi when Messi is basically their entire league?
It's gonna happen because the problem is we already saw a gigantic dip when Ronaldo left. Imagine if Messi does too. It would be devastating for both Barcelona and La Liga themselves. So eventually, sooner or later, if Barcelona don't figure out how to pay everything back and how to lower the wage bill, La Liga's just gonna say, you know what, you can have him. You just owe us more money, but you can play. And that's essentially what's gonna happen.
If I'm Barcelona, I contemplate the thought of selling Messi for money, like £50 million or whatever, to Man City.
Why Man City can't afford that either. Man City can't afford £1 million a week. No one can.
Man City can't afford it.
But you think about it, Barcelona are being bled for money trying to keep Messi around and keeping this squad around. I mean, you've seen how much they have to sell potentially to just keep Messi. That raises the question is, how good is Messi if he can't keep players like Dembele, like Griezmann, Coutinho around him? I mean, Coutinho isn't
Dembele. Sorry, it just says, what about us singing Dembele? So I just sang Dembele.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some claps for that. That was good.
Dembele. I mean, I know he's injury prone, but would he be an interesting option if Barcelona are really broke and they give him?
Going back to last season, apparently Klopp wanted him on loan with an option to buy, but Dembele said no. If he could come, depending on how much, I'd take him. Depending on how much Barca would be willing to accept. I think he's injury prone, but when he plays, he plays good. So
what a comment.
Not wrong, Black Hammer.
I mean, respect the Panorama League, please.
Listen, I'm not having it. Vanarama North is goated, by the way.
Hey, look, and this is actually almost facts. Keita is injured a lot, but Dembele is Dembele when he kicks a ball gets hurt. Keita, at least, it's like when he tries to press too hard, then he gets
does
hurt.
A little chop and then gets
Hey,
out.
Do not disrespect Keita.
I love him, but
so
facts.
Hey, let's all do a quick prayer.
I said this before the stream, actually. Yeah.
Hopefully,
please take Harry Wilson away from us for 10 million. That's great. Thank you.
Hopefully that happens. Look, Harry Wilson, I think, could be good somewhere else.
Yeah, but not with us. Not with us.
Brentford is perfect.
Yeah.
Brentford is perfect. Apparently, Swansea, the team that I'm covering this season, follow me on Twitter for more Swansea coverage, are also hunting them, Harry Wilson, after a loan spell at Cardiff last season. But £10 million, go.
It would be good for every party involved. Brentford get a good player. Harry Wilson gets a fresh scene. We get money that could help us try and sign a player. I've seen a lot of concerns when we're looking at players about their past with injuries. I know it's important, and I know you shouldn't sign players who are injury prone, especially like Dembele's, the Keitas. But is there too much of a focus?
Yes.
On the injuries.
Yes, I think people just look at the injury and the injury background, and yes, while it is important, they're like, "Oh, injured twice, don't want him." I think that's really unfair on the players. I think that's also not the greatest mentality. Yes, it's important, but focusing on it too much, also not great. Why are you showing me a picture of Oxlade? Why?
That's a very lovely picture. It's very white.
It's because he's gonna be a centre forward this season. And
Chris, stop. Chris, no.
Out of these three names, how many of them do you see going, and how many do you want to go?
I want all three of them gone. I can see two of them going.
Absolutely, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I mean, Grujic apparently already an offer accepted from Porto. Apparently, I think it was. I may be wrong with my numbers, but I think it was 17 million. Not 100% sure. If a 10 million offer was actually made for Wilson and it's not just bullshit rumors, then 100% let him go. Origi's not gonna go. Let's be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Grujic and Wilson out makes a lot of sense. I still think Origi has one more moment in Liverpool left in him. Is he going to be great this season? No. I think he just has one more moment in him.
13 million for Grujic. My bad. But yeah, Origi. What big moment?
Origi's big moment is leaving.
Yeah, I think that's his big moment. His goodbye to Liverpool.
It'll be like on social media, just like him going dancing to Saturday Night by Wigfield.
When Origi leaves, will it be sad or will it be excitement?
Neither. I'd say it's gonna be the middle ground of like, yes, I'm happy he's gone because it's about time, but it's also gonna be, it's gonna be the memories of the night against Barcelona, the night against Everton.
Left. It's a bit like when Lallana left.
Exactly. Yeah. Where it's like you accept that he's gone, you've wanted him gone, but when he leaves, it's still emotional because of what he did for you in the past and what he meant for the club.
Yeah, I think. What's our predicted Origi moment for next season? Is it him leaving or is it here? I'm gonna go on record. Okay.
Probably missing a sitter again.
It's gonna be Old Trafford away in the Prem, and it's gonna be like 1-1 late on. We had a tough match in the midweek. A lot of players aren't fit, so Origi comes on. We're happy for the draw. Harry Maguire misplays a back pass. Origi gets onto it. His shot is like scuffed, hits the post, and he gets his own rebound, buries it home. 2-1 win at Old Trafford, and that's the moment we go on to win the title from.
Listen, Jack, if that actually happens, unlike you, I'm actually gonna complete my promises and run naked down my street.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that video, but
A, that's a bit sus. B, there's no proof that I did not do that.
Well, you didn't film it. You didn't film it.
There's no proof that you did it either. So
maybe I did film it. Maybe it's on my phone.
Maybe it's on a different website.
Send it our way.
Should I play it live on the transfer room? Just me.
Sure. Let's get banned.
This is a weird one.
No, funny enough, Greece had the number 6 for a while before Thiago joined.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. If you check the preseason photos, he had the number 6 before Thiago joined.
It is a bit weird, like when you see like players who don't feature a ton have those low numbers, and you're like, you shouldn't really have that number. Like let's be honest. Like on my FM save, my goalkeeper wants the number 13, so I gave him the 13. So the 1 is just open. So like my third string right back has the number 1, and it's just really awkward for everyone.
Why did you just give it to your backup keeper?
I pressed auto number. Actually, no. The reason was
why you didn't do that. You should never, ever click auto number ever.
I auto register, I auto number, and if it bites me in the butt,
why do you?
The cardinal sin.
Hey, you know what? I actually spend more time on training, like scheduling my training.
You're so weird.
Than on my registration in FM.
That's weird, bro. I let the assistant do the training.
Derek, Chris knows how to play FM correctly.
Look, it can actually get you some serious development going. I'm saying my Torino save, I've won back-to-back Serie A titles.
Yeah, the problem is you're playing in the Serie A.
Cool.
Don't let Zach hear about that voice because I don't watch it, so we move. Anyway, I think that's probably a good.
He's not a target man, but yes, I think we have exhausted our effective analysis brain cells.
Oh, they stopped working 10 minutes after the stream started.
Yeah, that's probably true. I think as the last thing we'll say is Malen. It's tough because he's so rumored to Dortmund. It'd be great in terms of similar to Jotas, who just mentioned, in terms of what he could come in and do.
But he's probably going to go to Dortmund.
Apart from the fact that he's probably going to in the event that he actually somehow lands at Liverpool, I can't see him having the same effect that Jota did when he joined.
Thank you very much, Leon, for the kind words. And thank you, everyone, for joining today's stream. I love the engagement, as always. Go follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Subscribe.
58% of you aren't subscribed. So subscribe, please.
Thank you.
The red button. Press it.
Just press it.
Very good stream today, boys. For myself, Jack. For Chris. For Curtis. And for Chedu, Eduardo. This has been the LFC Transfer Room.